Welcome back to some more Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling. Why don't we see what's going on our island of Fawnhollow today? Of course, today being a Saturday, there probably won't be much except for KK Slider concert. I'm actually recording late enough that we can actually go listen to one of the concerts, to be honest. But of course, it's also the first day of August, which means a whole new selection of flora and fauna for us to attempt to try and catch, which is maybe what we'll do this episode. I'm not entirely sure. We'll find out. Of course, I didn't play last night because I was just too tired, to be honest, so I didn't. I just went to sleep instead. But anyway, here's what Isabel has to say. Hello there, everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 6:02 PM on Saturday, August 1st, 2020. Nothing to speak of today, so we'll just skip through. Nice video chat with your mum and dad. Good stuff, Isabel, good stuff. So, of course, today being the 1st of August, I'll tell you what new fish and bugs and deep sea creatures there are. So for fish, we've got the soft-shell turtle, which you can find in the river from 4 PM to 9 AM. We've got the moray eel, which you can find in the sea or all day. And it's got a thin, narrow hitbox, I guess. Or silhouette, I suppose. Oh, you've got new seasonal things, there you go. And the last fish is a ray, which you can find from 4 AM to 9 PM, which is a very large creature you can find in the sea. We'll talk to KK Slater afterwards. Bug-wise, two on the ground, we've got the migratory locust and the rice grasshopper, both found from 8 AM to 7 PM. And we've got the walker cicada found on trees from 8 AM to 5 PM. So we unfortunately can't find that anymore, but we can find the other two. For deep sea creatures, we've only got one, and it's a flatworm, which you can find from 4 PM to 9 AM, and it's tiny. It's a tiny size. So there we go. There's not a lot of new ones. Most of the new things were in July, unsurprisingly. With the beetles and sharks. So we don't have too much to be looking out for. Fortunately for us. KK Drum and Bass. Have we got this one? I don't have it on my list, so I presume we've already got it. Hikoboshi and Orihime. For Tanabata. Why don't we order these? For Cowherd and Weaver Day. That's an interesting one to call it. Cowboy Festival in Brazil. Never heard of it, but sure, we'll buy it. Why not? And we'll have a listen to a KK Slider song. Which one should we go for? Let's have a scroll down. Didn't mean to punch my microphone, my bad. The top one on our list is Forest Life, so I guess we'll go for that one. It's been a while since we had a KK Slider concert, hasn't it? Hello, Axel. Are you here to join? Vivian, Romeo, Amelia, everyone's here apparently. Everyone get in your seats and sit down, you know. Let's hear it. Any requests? Give me about one song. You know what it's called. Forest Life. Look at all the people who are here for this concert. Space. Forest Life. Groovy. And how about you cop a seat so I can get started? Everyone eagerly anticipating, and I'll just be quiet and let us play, why don't we? Well, eventually. Hold on. There's quite a lot of us. Okay, here we go. Wasn't that lovely? Right now, man. Why didn't you give your pockets a glance? I slipped you a thing when you weren't looking. That was like unreal. Thanks for turning your dial in my direction. And then we'll just have a sits down. We got a Nook Mile mission, I guess we're listening to KK Slider concerts? KK Mania. Oh my god. If this is 30 and there's a third one. The top one's probably like 100 or something. 100 weeks of playing. So anyway, we will I guess we'll water our flowers as we run around looking for these bugs we're missing, to be honest. Because we don't have presents set up. Presents aren't as important anymore, I suppose, for raising friendship as much. I can do that on the off screen, basically. But watering flowers, it gives us a good platform to talk about stuff. What are we going to talk about? I don't know. I haven't really thought that far, to be honest. As far as like a song from a previous game, I feel like I recognise it. Or is it one that always appears? Something like that. So we need to grab some customization kits anyway from our storage. Oh, we bought so many. We only need 2 of them though, to water all our flowers. Eventually we'll have enough flowers that I'm just like, we don't need to water these anymore. So let's cross off forest life from our list. And we've got to have a look out for these bugs. Migratory locust, rice grasshopper, walker cicada we can't find, so keep your eye on the floor. Oh, Celeste came yesterday, didn't she? I forgot to look for shooting stars. Oh well, it happens. There'll be plenty of weeks in the year. Excuse me, I'd really like to water as a red pansy, please. But slowly but surely, our flower garden's looking very nice. We just need that small chance for a blue rose to bloom into fruition, and then we got something going on. So, what have I been up to today? I played basically a ton of The Witness today. I've recorded like 4 episodes today because I was just having a great time. Because let me think. I think it's episode 9 or something. I basically hit a wall and then I ended up on a puzzle, being like, I don't know how to do this. Maybe I'll think about it. And then a few days passed, of course. And I was watching a video again, and then I figured out what the solution to the puzzle was. I was like, oh my god, I'm so stupid. So I immediately started trying to record an episode when at my earliest available opportunity, which is not always, you know, immediately when I figured out the puzzle. And I just kept playing and playing. I just kept finding more stuff and more puzzles, and like I just want to keep playing. So again, puzzle games, they got me addicted. I think I was even meant to record Hollow Knight today instead of The Witness, but that's okay. I got the Witness recorded for until, I don't know, next week, I suppose. There's also another weed here, so I've been having a grand old time with that. I don't know how many puzzles I've done. I don't know how many puzzles there are still to go. It seems to be a very long game though. Let me think what episode we're on right now. I think I recorded up to episode 15 or so, which is honestly quite a lot, isn't it? So yeah, we've done a bit about what else have I done today. I played some more Teamfight Tactics. I'm having a grand old time dipping back into that, to be honest. I took a break basically in set 2 where I didn't really play all that much. I played here and there, but I didn't play too religiously, shall we say. Is there a riverfish we need that's that size? I think it's just a soft shell turtle, which I believe is size 4. That looks to be too small for size 4. That looks like a size 3. We can try catch it anyway and see what it is. We're just looking for August faunas. And Flora. Who might be another Animal Crossing villager. Fauna definitely is. She's one of my favourites and I really want her on my island, to be honest. Flora. Oh, Flora is. She's the pink flamingo, right? I think. She's nice as well. But anyway, look at that. We see that balloon in the background. I just can't be bothered to shoot down balloons anymore because half the time they're flying. They're flying over flower patches where there's no room for them to actually land. So yeah, I don't think this one's big enough to be a soft-shell turtle, but we'll catch it anyway. Because, I mean, what's a harm? It's not like we're going to catch it and be like, oh, I really regret catching this. Really, what is it? It's a sweet fish? Yeah. Didn't this take us forever to catch before? Well, let's put it back in the ecosystem so we can breed more. We'll start our own little farm of breeding fish. Like a salmon farm. Arrow! That's not a cicada we need, right? Oh no, we can't even find it. It's too late for the cicada to even appear. So we'll walk over here. Just look for any locusts or grasshoppers. I think we have too much, like... Oh, sorry, not enough ground space a lot of the time for these ground creatures to even spawn in a lot of places. Sorry, I keep kicking my desk. I don't mean to. Sit up straight. Good posture. If you're listening to this right now, sit up straight. Correct your posture. Don't slouch forward. Good pack posture is always required. So what have I got going on? An awkward thing happened. Well, it's not that awkward. It's more like we don't have a lot of signal in our house right now, so it's quite difficult sometimes to receive phone calls. At least with currently I'm with my mobile broadband provider, and I'm planning to switch my provider once I get a new phone. But my old phone's holding out pretty well, so I'm sort of staying with it for now. Anyways, so I just checked my phone about an hour ago, and I was like, oh, I got a voicemail. So I listened to it, and I'm like, 90% of the time, the voicemail is it's like those Chinese scammers being like, oh, you need to update your visa or whatever. And I'm like, I'm a British citizen, thank you very much, I don't need to do that. So, you know, hang up, delete message. This time it wasn't. It was a call for my dentist. And I was like, huh, a dentist? I thought the dentist was still closed under lockdown. And they were like, hey, can you call us back when you hear this voicemail? So I was about to call them back, so I looked up there. But then I had a thought when I was just about to call them. I was like, it's a Saturday, aren't they closed? So I looked up their times. They closed at 5 PM, and I saw the message at 5:15. And I was like, right, they're a little bit too closed for us to really call them back. So I was like, okay, what time are they open on Sunday? They're closed on Sunday, so I can't call them till Monday. So, not really sure what they're calling about. I think they might be calling because I think I might have had a dentist appointment arranged in Venice pretty soon. Oh, hold on, that's what we need to catch. But unfortunately, of course, you know, lockdown meant I couldn't go to it. I don't know. A rice grasshopper. Cross this off a list, why don't we? So yeah, I have to call them basically on Monday to find out what it's about. And if it's an appointment. If it is an appointment, I think I'll push it back probably. I still don't want to... I'm still trying to abide by lockdown rules and all that. Even if dentists are open, it's not urgent. My dental care is pretty good, to be honest, right now. I can afford to push it back a bit. Is how I'm thinking. Maybe that's not the sort of thing I need to be... Maybe that's not the sort of rules I should be going by, but it's just what I'm thinking, you know. And plus I need to call my GP anyway. Or I need to talk to the dentist anyway because of... I need to update my personal details. I haven't done that for ages. Obviously I haven't done that because lockdown made it a lot more difficult, but still. Oh well. What else am I going to do today? I guess I got to send out some emails. Well, not some emails, more like one email. Get some stuff sorted. Don't worry, it's all personal, private matters. I won't go into it too much. You're not here for that. You're here for my random ramblings. So what should we talk about? Dentists. Let's talk about dentists, I guess, while we're on the topic. Now, isn't it interesting? I find it interesting that people... There's a common trope that people are scared of a dentist, which I never really got. Which maybe is because I always feel like I had pretty good dental care routine. That's not a word, routine. So I don't fear going to the dentist and the dentist being like, oh, you need to floss, because I mean it doesn't happen when I was younger, but now I floss it all the time, and I do it every day. So I feel like I got a good routine with that carrying on. So I'm not scared of dentists being like, oh, you need to floss, because that's probably not going to happen. They might be like, oh, you need to floss better, or perhaps your technique is subpar for right now, which is fair enough. I would like to know if my technique was subpar, to be honest. I feel like most people would. Good dental hygiene is something which should really be emphasised more, because it's something you can't, like, go back on, I suppose. You know? Does that make sense? It's like something which can really, really cause problems for you when you're older, but, like, it's really impacted by how you are when you're younger. And of course, when you're younger, I never feel you're lazy, you're like, whatever, I don't want to... No one really cares if I don't brush my teeth properly right now, but then, you know... Old habits die hard, and then you slowly get more and more lazy. With your dental care routine, sorry, there's some like weird noises going on. I'm trying to figure out what that is, but I don't think it's anything important. You know what? I'm gonna pause and just find out. I'll report back. Hold on a second. Wasn't anything important, it was just someone yelling. Nothing on my concern, as I can tell. But Joy-Con Drift doesn't want me to water you, Purple Mums, I'm very sorry. So yeah, dentist. Just have, like, you know, brush your teeth twice a day, floss before you brush. I don't think it matters if you floss after or before you brush. I feel like I asked my hygienist this once, because there's also a thing where you're actually meant to brush your teeth before you eat, or you brush your teeth like a few hours after you eat, because people feel like because it's like cleaning your teeth, it's actually what it's doing. But I believe it's something like after you've eaten is when your teeth are the weakest or something. So by brushing your teeth, you're actually potentially causing them damage or something if you do it immediately after eating. So what you're meant to do is, in my case, I brush my teeth before I eat, which, you know, might feel a bit weird to you. You might be like, oh, my teeth feel so unfresh after I eat, but you know, it's just food. It's not a big deal, don't worry about it. You get used to it pretty quickly. The brain's pretty, your humans are pretty good at getting used to things as they become a status quo. The alternative, of course, is to brush your teeth way after you finished eating, which is, I suppose, if you have the same qualms with your mouth feeling weird, I suppose, then you might also bring it up again, but still. To let your teeth, not recover, but like, not be super damaged or something when you brush them too vigorously. But anyway, yeah, do floss. If you don't floss, please do start flossing. Not the dance move, but like, you know, flossing your teeth with dental floss. The dance move probably doesn't help your dental hygiene routine all that much, so there you go. Yeah, if you just follow that, I know it's hard. I know it's hard to get into the habit of things, but once you're in the habit of things, it's very easy to keep a habit because you're just so used to it. Human routine, you know. You just gotta make sure. Oh, hello, Milky. You gotta make sure you never get into the time where you're like, oh, today I just don't feel like it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta keep it up, doing it every day. That's how the routine starts, and even skipping one single day is how the routine breaks. Now, but I don't know if that applies to diets or anything, but, you know, I'm not really the person to go to for diets, I suppose. I haven't really done a diet before. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about dentists. So yeah, I asked my hygienist once, am I meant to floss before or after? And to be honest, she didn't know the answer. She sat there and thought, she was like, I don't think it actually matters, but probably before. So I was like, alright, so that's what I do. Start off your day, a bit of flossing, brush your teeth, sha. And that's apparently a brushing your teeth noise. Don't ask. Ooh, okay, we didn't need that one, that's fine. We'll just go hunting for bugs and stuff, I suppose. We'll plant this purple over here. Somewhere over the rainbow. So yeah. Dentist is nothing to be afraid of. The only thing to be afraid of is the small talk in the dentist. If they ask you something, you're like, ha 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 ha. My dentist doesn't actually do that though. She's very considerate. She's not. She doesn't ask you a question with like her tools in your mouth or whatever. Weird phrasing of that one. I'm gonna be honest. But she'll give you the time to respond, or she'll ask it as she's like lowering the chair or that sort of things. And it's yeah, it's alright. It's an alright situation. It's just, you know, my dentists are pleasant people. Now, to be honest, this wasn't the dentist I've had for all my life. When I was much younger, I had a different dentist. He was like a super kid-friendly dentist. He was actually pretty cool. In my kid eyes, I don't know. Nowadays, maybe I'll find him lame. If he was a primary school teacher, he'd probably be a very good primary school teacher, is all I say. I don't remember his name, though. What sea creatures do we need? Thin, narrow, or very large? Okay. We're not going to do that. We're going to just dive off into the ocean and try and catch some more ocean critters, I suppose. And then we'll donate what we got towards the end of the episode. So yeah, he was pretty cool, I guess. I know that was like ages ago, so... Well, this one's got pretty far. This one's huge. What? I know it's not huge. That wasn't the shadow. That was our head shadow. So he's a pretty cool guy. And then I had another lady when we moved house. She was okay. She was very, I don't know, harsh, I guess. I didn't like her as much. Something about her just like, I don't know. You know you get like gut feelings about people when you see them. Something about that dentist was like, nah. So something's off-putting, but I can't put my finger on what. And I felt really bad for judging a dentist. But you know, she's also a dentist. I see her like once every 6 months. It doesn't matter. You suck it up. You go to the dentist, make sure everything's fine. If it's not fine, you try and follow their advice, all that. To be fair, I didn't have the best dental hygiene back then. And now I've got my current dentist. I also don't know her name, to be fair. I never ask her name. We're sort of like, oh, hi, how you doing? Are you good? Like, what's going on in your life? Not much, just no. I don't even know what we talk about now. I'd probably be like, haha, lockdown. Been doing nothing. Except for playing a lot of Animal Crossing. Oh, hello, Pascal. And she'll be like, what's Animal Crossing? I'd be like, whatever. Anyway, hey man, about that scallop of yours, can I have it? Sure, here you go. I'm going to open my window again because it's hot again. I closed it earlier because there was some drilling going on, but still. Whoa, thanks for your generosity, man. What are you going to give us? Oh, we should have taken our pearls out. Since you're cool, I left you something. While I'm at it, let me lay some truth on you for deep kind. Wait, what was Pascal's voice? Feel this? People used to try to turn lead into gold, but did they ever think about just accepting lead the way it was? I feel like you told me that one. Yep, today is a good day. So anyway, yeah, our current dentist, she's nice. It's just a mermaid wall. Interesting. It's just for casual chatter. You're like, well, I don't need small talk, to be honest, when I go to the dentist. I'm not that sort of person. I'm very, I don't know. It's not like I don't like socializing, but like, I think there's a time and place for it. When it comes to getting something done, like going to the dentist, I'm very much I'm here, I'm object orientated. I'm like, I'm here just to get my teeth checked. We don't need anything more. So just, you know, I'll walk into the room and you'll be like, hello, how are you? And I'll be like, I'm good, how are you? And you'll be like, fine, please have a seat. And then I'll sit down and we can be in silence for the rest of the thing. And then she can just tell me like any dentistry stuff that's like, oh, you might need a filling here, or cleaned your teeth at the back, blah, 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 whatever. And I'll be like, perfect. That's all I need to know. I don't need anything more. Don't need anything less. Just get down to the brass tacks. I'm not here for chitty chatter. Oh, I believe the Sea Pineapple is leaving in August, so make sure you still get it while you still can. But yeah, that's what I'm all about. But no, of course, I'm not like that when we go to like a restaurant or I'm like meeting new friends. I'm not like, oh, well, I'm here to eat food and that's it. You know, I'm here to get to know people. I do like to get to know people as well, which you might seem surprising with how introverted I suppose I am, and that's true. I don't know, but introverted doesn't necessarily mean shy. I suppose it just means I recharge my batteries, I suppose, by being by myself, and that's very true. I'm perhaps one of the most introverted people I know. Which is weird how much I talk in these Animal Crossing episodes, to be honest. I suppose it's because it's by myself, I can talk, I apparently have a lot to say when I'm by myself and all that, so yeah. And that's just how it goes. When I'm at a dentist, I'm just there to get my teeth checked. I'm at a doctor's, I just want the cold hard facts. I don't want gentle conversation, I'm just here, I'm just going to go straight to a point. Be like, blah blah blah, these are my symptoms, what can you say? And they'll be like, blah blah blah, this is what I recommend. What is this? Whoa, this is a flatworm. Because it forgot its spare worm. There we go, that's something new. Let's cross it off a list, why don't we? Another thing to note is the vampire squid is going by the end of August, so we've got to make sure we try and actually catch it in August. I've never even seen any of these rare ones though. There's so many rare ones, which are just impossible to catch apparently. Acorn barnacles. How much space have we got? We got a lot of space. So yeah. Basic words of advice are, you don't need to be afraid of a dentist. The dentist is just there to help you. I mean, I guess there's a little bit to be afraid if you don't follow what they say. I guess it's kind of like that thing, like, people are afraid of talking to teachers because the teacher's going to be like, have you done your homework? And you've been like, no. I mean, I can't really relate because I was a pretty good student. I kind of always did my homework and that sort of thing. But I can empathise. No, sympathise, sorry. With a situation. It's just, I suppose it's a pretty lame advice, but the best advice is just sort of, just follow their advice. They're experts, you know? And even if you're lazy, you just gotta break the habits. You don't need motivation to break bad habits. What you need is discipline, I suppose, and diligence. You need motivation to start a lot of things, but discipline and routine, that's what gets you good at something, you know? Motivation gets you started learning a new hobby. Diligence gets you perfecting it, or improving upon it. That's a golden rule. It's not really much of a golden rule, I suppose, but you know what I mean. You just gotta keep at it. Otherwise you'll find yourself slipping. We've got a few more minutes. We'll run up and down the beach, I suppose, looking for any beetles. Any migratory locusts that might be hanging about. Now, annoying thing is, at the end of August, all these rare beetles will be going away, and that's quite a nuisance because I haven't caught caught a lot of them, like the golden stag, the horned Hercules, the giraffe stag, the scarab beetle. They're all going away. And if I miss my chance, I miss my chance. And there's not anything like fish bait for bugs. Which honestly, I think there should be, but there's not. Which makes it very difficult, I suppose, to catch certain things, because it's just a numbers game at that point. Or a time game, I suppose. You just got to keep playing until you eventually find into it. Law of large numbers and all that. I don't know. You know what's interesting about the dentist is they always give you that, like, to, like, rinse out your mouth. But, like, the mouthwash thing they give you. Something about that is very pleasant to use. What is that mouthwash I use? Is it just regular mouthwash? But it's not, like, carbonated. Not carbonated, like, gaseous, I suppose? Not gaseous, that's... that makes it sound like it's a gas form, which is not what I meant. You know, like, bubbly. Or, like, mouthwash kind of is, sometimes. You know... Where the heck did you come from, Sylvana? Were you always there? I don't know, I'll clip that. I'll look back at it later. It's probably just like sterilized water with like some chemical or something in it. Tastes kind of nice, I'll be honest. Is that weird to say? That's kind of weird to say, isn't it? But I don't know. I think the dentist is pretty relaxing. You sort of just sit there, mouth open, on your back. You just zone out. Let them do their thing. Ooh, that might be large enough to be your ray. I'm not convinced, but it might be. I didn't mean to throw the bobber over there. It could just be a sea bass for all we know as well. Close your eyes and focus. But it's like the dentist is nice because you don't have to do anything. You just got to sit there. You don't normally have to answer questions or anything. It is just a sea bass. That's the right size. Sorry, C+ bass. They put the goggles on you and then, like, whatever. Just small chitter chatter. It's not really what I'm interested in. That's not where my museum is. I forgot the location. Yeah, so I had to call them on Monday when the dentist opened again. I'm going to guess it's about scheduling an appointment because of appointments I missed in lockdown, or I got one soon. I'm not sure. But I checked, apparently the dentists have been open since July maybe, but it varies from dentist to dentist. I don't know, we'll have to see. We're going to make a donation vote of a rice grasshopper. What have you got to say about that, Blathers? I would love to learn a bit more about this. In point of fact, rice grasshoppers are an awful pest. They devour rice plants and wipe out the crucial crop. But revenge is sweet. These bugs are edible, you see, and so some folks eat them as a way to get rid of them. When boiled in soy sauce, rice grasshoppers are quite tasty, it's said. Though why anyone would put an insect in their mouth is beyond me. The mere thought gives me the gags. You're an owl, though. Don't you eat insects? Maybe that's presumptuous of me. Maybe you eat something much more normal, like pork. Eyes. Pig villagers suspiciously. Please tell me about a flatworm then, Blathers. Marine flatworms are, well, flat and worm-like, as their name suggests. But while this sea creature is said to be quite simple, it does possess some rather remarkable powers. You see, when flatworms are injured, they can grow new body parts with ease. And when a flatworm is cut in half, each side can grow a whole new flatworm of its own. But most impressive of all, some flatworms can clone themselves without suffering a single cut. Ah, if only I, too, could safely divide myself in two. Imagine all the work I could do. I wish the same thing, Blathers. If there were two of me, I'd get so much more done. Think how many more episodes, videos I could record in a day, while also balancing my life stuff as well. It'd be fantastic. But anyway, why don't we round this episode up here? I don't even know what we talked about. Oh, dentist, haven't we? So, basically, listen to your dentist. Have good dental hygiene and all that. But if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments, and subscriptions have been greatly appreciated. And I hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.